Okay, so obviously this is the front of the coach. It's really spacious, which we like, and we also didn't really like having the door in front of the seat here. So this worked out really well for us because it feels more like a separate area versus coming in through the door all the time. And the back door does lock. That was a concern because Remy is pretty curious, so we wanted to have the back door lock when we were driving, and it has got 2 locks and a cover, so it works out pretty good. Yeah, it's really spacious. I suppose you would call this pleather. The seats are pleather. They're really nice. They're comfy. We do have the... Oh, yeah. I haven't driven it yet, just like up the hill. But I think maybe when we get to like New Mexico, I'm going to give it a shot. And then Angel's got his own GPS system stuck in here. But all of it's here. We have the side cameras and the back camera, which is super nice.
Black and white.
It's black and white. I didn't know they still made that, but they do. Apparently. And I don't know, it's pretty simple. Not a lot of... It has the self-leveling system, which is super great. If you pull like a 5th wheel or something, a lot of those don't have those, right? So that was good.
All the new ones do now.
All the new ones do. Oh, okay. Alright, some of the older ones don't. So you don't have to mess around with blocks and stuff, which is great. We have like a little study desk here, which is nice. So when Angel got this laptop, he brought this up here because he works on the computer at night when the kids go to sleep, and so the light from the big computer was keeping them awake. But this is nice because it's more secluded and he can work in peace without Remy getting too crazy. So that's that. This is kind of our control panel. I think we're finally figuring out how to use it. We know what everything is for. We did get like the breakdown when we bought the RV, but I think that guy, he didn't have any clue what any of this was or what it was doing.
It was all talk.
Yeah, he didn't know anything, but that's okay. So we didn't realize that the gallery bath thing was for the gray water. Feels like a duh moment, but we didn't get it till after the first week. So it shows your, all of your different levels for your tanks. And I think that like he had mentioned that the black water tanks sometimes like things will get stuck to the sensors, and so it'll register at a different level than it really is. So our black water tank is always at like 2/3. So we can't, even after we empty it, so we're still trying to figure that out, but we'll get it worked out. We have a washer and dryer, which is one of our main, prerequisites for buying one. So this is a combination washer and dryer, and it works super well. You can't do humongous loads. You might get like, I don't know, 5 of the kids' t-shirts and a couple pairs of jeans and some socks and stuff, but it washes and dries, and it takes like 2 hours, but it does a good job, which I like so far. And we have pretty good covered space. We seem to have a lot of things though. We're always tucking things in. It's pretty hard to fit everything you want, but we get it, kind of tucked in there nicely, and it doesn't move too much. Hold on, guys. Our microwave is a convection and microwave, which is super nice. And some people had mixed reviews on these, but we baked bread a couple of days ago, and we made pizza, and we did muffins. It works really well. I don't have any complaints for it so far.
Gotta preheat it. Heats
up, but it's not slow. Ours preheats pretty well. So I think this is maybe a newer version, and it works really well. A little bit more storage up here. We have the gas top, which we really like because it allows us to use it without being plugged in, which is super. We have 3 burners. I don't think I would have done anything else other than gas. I don't know how you cook with anything else. We have all these little drawers that work out pretty well for knives and stuff, and we put the little non-slip dealios in there so that things wouldn't move around when we drove, which has been pretty handy. This one has got a cutting board, although I'm always hesitant to use like wood cutting boards that get stashed away like this, so it works out though. If you need the extra counter space, it kind of pulls out for that. And we actually were able to fit like most of our pots and pans in this bottom drawer, which I couldn't even believe. We left some home, but we brought all the major stuff, and they sort of tuck right in there, which is amazing. A little bit of under counter space here. We have the garbage spot, and it works out. It gives you a little bit of extra space. Not a lot, but enough. More storage up here. We put all our cups and plates and things. We only tried to bring like 1 or 2 of each thing. I mean 5 of each for each of us, but maybe an extra or 2 extra, just depending on what we needed, just so we wouldn't have so many dishes to wash all the time. And keep us honest in the dishwashing. Or me. Angel doesn't do that much. And then we have the 2 compartment sink, which is really nice. I think some of them had smaller sinks, but it was nice. It's nice to have kind of like an actual sink feel to it. What else? Our refrigerator is the double door fridge, which was really nice. to have for the extra space, and we fill it up pretty tight anyways. It's not very deep, but you can actually fit quite a bit of stuff in there if you want to. Same thing for the freezers. They're really deep, and we don't have too much in there, but if we wanted to fit a bunch of stuff, we could. We have these little spice racks, which are nice. They kind of pull out. Fits quite a bit of stuff, and they just tuck right in there. So lots of like actual space. When I was first like putting things in, I was like, no way are we going to fit all this stuff. And I did have to put some like extra bins up here for like vitamins and all kinds of random stuff that we have, stamps and office stuff. But we have these here, and it works out pretty well. There's actually so much space up here that you don't realize how deep they are. With the dining room table, it does pull out and an extra limb goes in, but we haven't used that yet. And initially they told us that this pulled out into a couch, and not having any experience before with this, we were like, oh, okay, sounds great. But we didn't actually like check to see how that would happen. And it turns out when they redid all the upholstery in here, they took out that capacity. So actually you can't do that. So then we thought, oh gosh, what are we going to do? So we bought Hugo a little pull-out bed. It's like a little cot that folds up. We just put all his blankies on it, and he sleeps on it. So thankfully he's tiny enough that that works out. Remy just rolls right off it every time, so hopefully he'll not be so wiggly, and we can put him on it when Hugo grows out. The kids' other bed, Fiona and Remy share this spot, and the couch just pulls out into a bed. And it's pretty nice. I think it's comfy for the most part. Fiona, is it comfy? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. We put little blankets there, and it's just big enough for two of them. I think if you put all three of them in there, we'd have a mutiny. But it folds right up, which is really nice. There is extra storage under here, and we put all the little blankets. Oh, now it's stuck. All the blankets and things like that in there for the kids sleeping. I forgot to show this one too. This side has a bunch of storage too. We put all the board games and stuff down here. It goes all the way back to like here. So we fit a lot of board games in there, which was great. Let's see, what else? We made a map of all the places we're gonna go this year. So we obviously lived in Big Fork, so we started here, and so we're sort of tracing our journey as we go down the coast here. And so this is kind of fun to be able to see. And I always sit here and stare and think about how far we have to go before we actually go back home. But I'm excited because we haven't been in the South at all, so this will be a really fun trip for us. We do have this nice little like cove here where you can sit, and alcove, I guess I would call it. And they've got this nice little chair. The kids have got some toys tucked back in there. And then we have the fireplace, which is really nice. It doesn't put out like a crazy amount of heat, but just enough to keep the room temperate, which is good. Angel replaced the TV they had here with our big computer, which is nice. Because initially we just had this, so we had to bring a computer, and so he put it all in here so it's not movable, which is nice. And I think Angel has a grudge against analog TVs, so everything that was analog went out and everything else got put in. So we brought all of our Mac technology. We do have extra storage up here. There's some books and things for like DVRs and stuff, but we don't use it too much. And then the bathroom, we really like the larger shower. We're not very big people at all, so you know, if I was 6'5" or something, this would be a tight fit, but I'm only 5'4", so it's not. But it's big. I guess you could come around and look at it if you want. It's big enough that I could stand in here. And we saw like reviews in the beginning of people, and they were getting in them. Like Gone with the Winds does a really neat like tour of RVs and things they like and they don't like. And so they were in there, and they were like barely able to like move around. Whereas in this, keep Remy's chair in here. This, I've got plenty of space to move around, and I'm never gonna touch a ceiling. But I'm really a small person, so you have to get in yours and kind of figure out what works for you. We have lots of good storage in here. There's under sink storage, and in the mirror storage, and then, you know, this. So we just have so much. I didn't have any trouble fitting all the things for the bathroom in here. And I do keep things like mostly, well, kind of a mess, but mostly in little boxes and stuff so that they don't fly around. Works pretty well. We haven't had any trouble. And then the bedroom has the, I don't know if this is a double, it's probably a queen bed. Do you think it's a queen bed?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. We had a big king before, so everything feels so small. But I'm getting used to it. It's a queen. And we keep all the kids' blankies here and stuff in the day because we just don't have space in the cupboards for them. But it works out. We do have all this overhead storage here above the bed, which is really handy, and then some smaller stuff here for like socks and random things.
Oh, we took the air mattress out.
Oh yeah, we did have that what are they called?
Sleep Number bed?
Sleep Number bed, but it was terrible. It was like the worst experience of my life. It was like sleeping on a blow-up mattress when you're camping, but you know, it just goes down every night. It was like that. It wasn't, maybe we just had a bad version one. But anyways, we do have some like hanging storage in here, which is nice. Keep all of our coats and longer things here. There's other smaller old Mac, which we've had forever, but apparently it was way better than the analog TV that was there. And
we don't watch TV, so.
we haven't even turned it on since we started, but that's okay. We do have like lots of nice storage here. Angel's able to keep all of his clothes here. We have a second sink, which is super handy because that sink is like an airplane sink. It's tiny, so it's perfect for Hugo, but anything else is too small. So this is great to have the second sink. We didn't need the whole second bathroom, but the second sink feature was super. And then just a little bit more storage here. Keep all of our cleaning supplies and vacuum and stuff down there. We have that little handheld Dirt Devil. What is it called? The
Dirt Devil.
Just a Dirt Devil? It's really handy. Like it, you know, the belt on it keeps breaking if it heated up too much, but I finally figured out like what the right amount of time to vacuum is before you shut it off, and it works great. It pulls up so much stuff. We have quite a bit of carpet in here, so it's worked out really well. And then we just have this nice big closet. I think it's mostly devoted to all my crap, but that's okay. And then the kids' stuff all fit in here. Thankfully, the boys are pretty small, so we get all their clothes in there, but if we had 3 teenagers or something, I don't know, we would have to come up with some other options for clothing. Yeah, mine's full. I had to leave a lot of things home, which is sad to say, but I brought my favorite stuff, and it's all tucked in here. And in the back, there's some really neat shelves. You can't see them very well, but they hold all of our shoes, which is really nice to have that too. All of my shoes, mostly. Angel has like 2 spots. Anyway, did I miss anything?
No.
I think that's it. Yeah, we love the layout of this RV. I think the kids, it gives us a lot of space. Every time we open it up from driving, we're like, wow, it's so spacious. It feels new every time, which is really nice. Everything is really quality and well made without breaking the bank. We didn't even get super expensive RVs with all the stuff. But this works really well for our budget. Nothing breaks. We haven't had any trouble, and it's relaxing and comfortable. So we found all the things we wanted in our RV, I think, and so that's it. I hope this is enlightening about where we live, where the kids